Hello.
Hello and welcome to That's English. Today's documentary is about students in Britain.
And we meet Georgina, who talks about her first months at university. Georgina moved away from her home city to study in a different part of the country.
Sí, Georgina se fue a estudiar a otra ciudad. I moved away too. My home city is Liverpool, but I studied in Bristol.
And did you miss your friends and family at first? ¿Los echabas de menos?
Yes, I missed my family and friends a lot, but I joined some societies. Me apunté a varios grupos.
Which societies?
Oh, I joined the Music Society and the Drama Society. There I met other students and soon made some friends. Well, now let's watch the documentary about Georgina.
When you watch, find out the answer to this question. Where did Georgina live in her first year at university?
Where did Georgina live in her first year at university?
In Britain, many students leave home to study at university in a different town or city. At the University of Sussex, close to Brighton in the south of England, students come from all parts of Britain and from other countries. Georgina is 20 years old. When she was 18, she left her home in Northampton, in the centre of England, to come and study here at Sussex. Now, she's in her third and final year at university.
I'm in my third year at the moment, but it's my last year at university. I am studying drama and film studies. I'm from Northampton originally, but I moved to Brighton to study at university because it's exciting. I'm enjoying life in Brighton a lot because it's so interesting.
After 2 years at university, Georgina is comfortable and happy and now lives in Brighton. It was very different when she first arrived. What does she remember about those first few months at university?
I missed my parents and my friends back home, but it's okay now.
When she arrived at university, Georgina met other students and made friends.
I made friends by joining societies, and I went to different nights out and different events they had on campus. The social life was brilliant, especially in first year, because everyone wants to be your friend.
Georgina enjoyed her life at university, but also communicated with her family and friends in Northampton.
I missed my old friends back home at first, but it's easy to keep in touch when you've got Facebook or texting each other or calling each other.
At many British universities, students in their first year usually live together on campus in halls of residence.
I lived in university halls in my first year and then moved off campus into town for my second and third years.
Georgina and her friends had to learn to be independent.
Looking after myself was difficult, especially cooking. We shared a kitchen in my flat in first year. Cooking was difficult at first, but now I'm amazing.
When you went to university, was it difficult for you to live on your own, Annabelle?
Yes, it was.
So what about our question? Where did Georgina live in her first year at university?
Let's watch again.
I lived in university halls in my first year.
So Georgina lived in university halls, una residencia universitaria, in her first year. Well, go on, Ashley. Introduce same language, different lives.
Can you guess today's topic? It's about first love.
And we asked people from different English-speaking countries this. Tell us about your first love.
Let's watch what they say. You'll hear this expression, third grade, which in the USA means tercero de primaria, when you are 8 or 9 years old. Watch.
My first love, I was in the third grade, as I remember, and actually I remember her name. That was Charlene Johnson.
My first love was my cat. He was called Sandy. I only discovered boys much, much later.
My first love, I would have to say, was when I was young, and it was my best friend's cousin. Yes.
Oh,
It was probably a boy called Kevin, who I met when I was 5 years old.
My first love was when I was in school, in primary school, and her name was Salima.
Wow. My first love. Okay, wow. I think it's just recently, actually, my first love.
Did you hear the second woman? She said that her first love was the cat.
Yes, that was nice.
So, Ashley, do you want to tell us about your first love?
No, not really. What about you?
Well, oh no, it's a long story. What about you, Nathan?
We haven't got time.
Oh, OK. Well, let's continue.
And now another episode from The Street.
Today in The Street, we meet Mr. Patel. Mr. Patel is a shopkeeper, un tendero, and he has got a small shop at the end of the street.
Every night, Mr. Patel has to remember a lot of things before he closes his shop.
That's why he's always worried at closing time.
When you watch the film, find out the answer to this question. Did Mr. Patel remember to do all the things this evening?
Yes. Did Mr. Patel remember to do all the things this evening?
Now listen, you only sent me 20 guardians this morning. No, I didn't get 22. I got 20. I sold 15 guardians, so I'm returning 5. Do you understand? Good. Good night. Good evening. My name's Mr. Patel. The life of a shopkeeper is not an easy one. Oh well, I'm tired and it's time for bed. But first of all, the newspapers. And now, the bread and milk trays. And now, the close sign. Lock the door. Turn on the burglar alarm. And turn off the lights. And go to bed. Good. Just a minute. Yes, I know I put the newspapers in the box. And after I put them in the box, did I lock the box? Yes, I'm sure I did. But did I switch on the burglar alarm? And what about the close sign? Yes, the life of a shopkeeper is not an easy one. Good night.
Poor Mr. Patel. The life of a shopkeeper certainly isn't easy.
No, that's right. He works very hard and he goes to bed very late.
So what about the question? Did Mr. Patel remember to do all the things this evening?
He took out the newspapers and put them in the box. He took out the bread tray. He changed the closed sign. He locked the door. He turned on the burglar alarm. And he turned off the lights.
So the answer is yes. He remembered to do all the things this evening.
Well, Beth and Ben's life is not so busy.
In this episode, we see them coming home from a night out with their friends.
That evening, they went to see a film and then had a meal in a restaurant.
Ben was moody and miserable, malhumorado y tristón.
Yes, and when he saw the bill, he was very moody and miserable. Why was Ben moody and miserable when he saw the bill?
And I hated it. I was so bored.
What? Bored? Did we see the same film? The story was really interesting and the acting was fantastic. I loved it. And Mary and Mike loved it too.
Mike didn't love it. He hated it. He was just being polite.
Well, at least he wasn't moody and miserable like you.
When was I moody and miserable?
In the taxi, on the way to the restaurant, after the film.
Well, I didn't want to go to that restaurant. I hate Thai food.
You certainly ate a lot of food you didn't like. You finished that big plate of chicken all by yourself. Perhaps Mike and Mary wanted some, and me.
Well, I didn't like the other things.
Well, you ate the other things. And anyway, why didn't you tell Mike and Mary you didn't like Thai food?
Because Mike and Mary wanted to go there, and I wanted to be polite. Anyway, I wasn't moody and miserable afterwards.
You were at the end of the meal when you saw the bill.
Well, it was very expensive, especially for food I didn't like.
Why did you offer to pay then? Mike and Mary wanted to share the bill.
Well, you're right. I admit I was a bit moody and miserable on the way to the restaurant, so I wanted to be nice and friendly and pay the bill.
But in a moody and miserable way?
Yes.
He didn't like Thai food, but he didn't tell their friends.
Yes, because he's English and he's polite.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right. Well, did you find the answer to the question? Why was Ben moody and miserable when he saw the bill?
Well, it was very expensive, especially for food I didn't like.
So he was moody and miserable because the bill was expensive and he didn't like the restaurant. He doesn't like Thai food.
But why did he pay for all the food?
Well, he wanted to be friendly and polite.
Hey, Nathan, do you like Thai food?
No, I hate Thai food.
Oh. Would you like to have dinner in a Thai restaurant?
No, I hate Thai food. Do you understand?
Nathan is English and he's friendly and polite. Well, normally.
I know. But Ben, well, he's always polite. Well, goodbye. See you in the next programme of That's English.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.